The next one was spiritual sloth or lack of discipline. Okay, so that's pretty much what you hear. Okay, it's laziness and lack of discipline. Prayer requires discipline. Whether I mean you God. Okay, here's the deal. When we meet the Lord, like really meet Him, when we really truly walk into a new life, a new spirit, a new everything. Okay, when salvation starts for us, sorry. Okay, when when salvation starts for us, it is not going to just be this, okay, you're everything you're everything now. You're everything. You don't have to worry about sin. You don't have to worry about your flesh. You don't have to, everything will just come easy. In fact, since I've come to the Christian life, okay, life didn't get easier. Okay. And I'm not saying that to discourage anybody. Life did not get easier. It got better, but it did not get easier. And the better that it got and gets and is all has to do with my hope and where I know my heart is, where I know who saves me. I know where I'm going, though that. But it does not make this life easier. No way, shape, or form. You go to the word of the Lord and I mean, go into First Peter. We're going to have trials and we are going to grow in these trials. Well, if we submit and allow the Lord to really do that transplant on our hearts and minds, we're going to get to the point that those trials are going to be a welcomed situation, because in it we learn that these trials start really transforming us more into the image of Jesus. Okay, so that being said, when we come to the cross, I say that to demonstrate salvation. When we start in salvation and we go through the sanctification process, there's no boom, you're done changing because God just changed you, and you're just like, you're just this Christian who is perfect and doesn't have to a worry in the world and his struggles are gone. No, 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 no. So that being said, life takes discipline. I mean, everything we do that we want to put effort into and we want to get something out of it that's of value and meaning, it's going to take some discipline. We can't run off of momentum. We can't run off of hype to get us through things. We know what happens when that's going on. um if we're going to just be the hype train going around like, oh, life is good and everything's really great, so of course I love God today and this that, and then not prepare for that season that's coming around the corner where we're really challenged. Yeah, you're going to need discipline. You're not going to just be able to run off of the steam of momentum and hype. Discipline isn't everything that we do that means something. Discipline is found in our relationships with a spouse, with our children, with our phones, with our jobs. It takes boundaries and discipline and saying, okay, today I am going to wake up on time and I'm going to work out. We know that a workout takes discipline. Everything that you start off what was it, was this thing I've heard where if you want to start a routine or a discipline in your life, you want to really pick up on some things, like do it for, sorry, okay, do not, didn't, I might be saying it wrong, but you have to do it for so many days straight, like let's say 30 days straight, and then all of a sudden it becomes like this routine for you, right? Or this it comes more naturally to you to be able to do it, right? But yeah, it takes discipline to get there, you know? Um, when I think about being in my marriage, it takes a discipline sometime, sometimes it most of the time, because if I were to just do things my way, then I know how I want it done and this or that. But no, discipline, disciplining myself to understand he has feelings and he has emotions and he also deserves my respect. And so that means that I can't just do things where I naturally would. I have to be disciplined. I have to stop in my tracks. Okay, what is it that? What do I need to do here? But how do I need to assess this? Or how can I think of him and his needs in a way above my natural instincts? And that takes discipline. So bringing discipline and laziness, like when you lack discipline and you have this lazy attitude, it does hinder your prayer life, obviously.